Roger Stone was back in court Thursday, where a judge set a November 5th trial date for the longtime Trump associate. Stone was arrested earlier this year on 7 charges connected to special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation. He has pleaded not guilty to all of them. This comes as former acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker is facing new questions from lawmakers. Whitaker was on Capitol Hill Wednesday to meet with the House Judiciary Committee. The committee's chairman, Congressman Jerry Nadler, told reporters that Whitaker did not deny that President Trump called him to discuss Michael Cohen's case in the Southern District of New York. The Justice Department, however, disagreed with how Nadler characterized Whitaker's remarks. You'll recall last month, the New York Times reported that the president asked Whitaker to install a Trump ally as head of the investigation in the Southern District of New York. That never happened because the attorney the president wanted, Jeffrey Berman, recused himself from the case. When the president was asked about this report last month, he denied ever speaking to Whitaker about it. Let's bring in CBSN legal contributor Rebecca Roiphe. She's also a former assistant district attorney in the New York County District Attorney's Office. Rebecca, thanks so much for being with us. A lot to sift through here. If the president did indeed speak to Whitaker about putting someone else in charge of the SDNY investigation, would that be criminal in any way, shape, or form?
Well, there's a difference between criminal and inappropriate. I think it is certainly inappropriate. There is no question about it. The norm of prosecutorial independence is incredibly important. It's a bedrock of American democracy, and it's fundamental to the rule of law. The question about whether it's criminal or not, it lurks behind many of these acts. Alone, I don't think it would be, but there are so many different acts that come this close that I think a prosecutor could charge many of them as obstruction of justice, using the others to show what his state of mind was.
Well, do you expect prosecutors to handle Roger Stone's case differently than those of other Trump associates who've been prosecuted in connection with the special counsel's investigation?
I think there are unique problems that he poses because of his personality. And the judge has been extremely clear about how she's going to react to his sort of public persona and the dramatic rendition of things that are going on that he's trying to do in the public eye. He has, again, come very close to defying that order. And she told him in no uncertain terms, you have 2 chances, not 3. And so, you know, the question is, how is she says she's going to look over this question of whether or not his book violated the gag order.
Yeah.
And that remains to be seen. But I don't think she has any intention. She would rather not jail him at the moment.
Yeah, well, explain the significance of that, because, I mean, you're right. She made it crystal clear. I think it is fair to say there can be no doubt about what the consequences might be, right, of violating this gag order. So Amy Berman Jackson did not issue this decision on whether or not Stone violated his gag order with his new book deal. I mean, explain for us, why is that so significant? Why is that so important?
Well, I mean, courts do not take kindly to people violating their own orders. It's defying their authority. It's undermining the courts. And so Judge Jackson has been, I think, you know, incredibly fair, stern but fair. And she's given him multiple chances. I think she wants to give him multiple chances. She's invested not only in the fairness of the procedure, but the appearance of fairness in this procedure, given how much controversy there is around the subject. So I think she would be reluctant to put him in jail, but you know, if he pushes her too far, that's exactly what she's going to do.
With respect to the Mueller investigation, there's been a lot of talk about the time frame of this. CBS News has learned that one of the special counsel's key prosecutors, Andrew Weissman, will leave in the, quote, near future. What does that tell you, Rebecca, about the status of the Mueller investigation?
You know, I don't think it gives us any conclusive evidence about anything, but it's a tea leaf. I think that you can look into that to say, you know, that this may be wrapping up. It seems there are other trial attorneys on the team who could easily try another case. So it's not that I think it's impossible, that the investigation is going on, that more indictments are to come. However, you would think that he would be involved in the report writing. He's been so essential to this investigation that I think it would be unlikely that he would leave prior to that report either being drafted or finalized. So it's not impossible, but it's a clue.
Yeah, as you said, a tea leaf, a very big and significant tea leaf.
A significant one.
Rebecca Roiphe, thanks very much, Rebecca.
Thank you.